I know that Dr. Rushing talked a little bit more about your decreased access to your advisors. When we start looking at, consolidating our budgets and whatnot, the opportunity for you to talk to your advisor could decline. And what I mean by that is not only the opportunity for you to meet with them, but also the opportunity for you to wait 5 minutes as opposed to maybe 30 minutes to talk to your advisor. I know that with this campus being a majority a commuter campus, the time constraints for us as students, as we oftentimes work 40 hours, we might be under a tighter window, and when we need to schedule our appointments to talk to our advisors, that could be affected by that. In addition, we also look at suspension of some academic programs. The state gives the institution a pool of money to hire a full-time faculty position for it to teach particular classes. Well, oftentimes what the university does when it's constrained is it will take that pool of money and hire multiple adjuncts to teach those classes. And what I'm saying here is with the budget crisis looking as it is, those adjunct professors may have to exit stage right. And to continue on that, every year the university has to issue out letters to these adjunct professors and let them know the status of their contracts in December. And over the past month, I believe it was around December 15th, those letters were sent out saying that your contract will not be renewed. However, this may change once the budget situation is addressed in May or April if we have the funding for that. When we look at departments such as IES, there's currently around, I would say, close to 30% of the faculty are adjunct professors. So that could decline. To go on, we also look at reductions in non-academic student programs. These are the services that are not in the classroom but outside the classroom. So we look at, student affairs, whether or not you will be able to start a student organization here on campus to promote maybe, a particular issue that you care about to make yourself more marketable in the job field or job marketplace. So, one of the things that we do as students is we try and take our educational experience outside the classroom by involving ourselves in student organizations, student government, student activities, so that when we graduate from this institution, we are able to say, not only is this what I learned educationally from the University of Washington, Tacoma, but this is the experiences and the things that I learned at this institution. So I mentioned scholarship funding, and not only will the current scholarship funding be affected by this, but new funding may be affected by this. And what I mean by that is that currently we have people, who go out in the community and solicit businesses for funding. However, with the quantity of number of people who are going out there to solicit those businesses declining, you may see the opportunity for those people in the advanced department to not be able to reach out to those businesses. So one of the things that we have done with ASUWT is our goal in this process is to educate the student body and let them know what is coming down the pipeline so that during the fall and autumn of 2009, you will be able to know what is coming. So that is some of the things that we've talked about. We're currently meeting with all the department heads of all the departments here on campus so that we can look at a department level what this will mean to you. I mentioned earlier some of the IS things. In the IS department, we look at the business department, we're seeing some of the same things. We do not have as many adjunct professors over there, but nonetheless, there will be potential cuts there as well. So with the urban studies department, one of the things that this institution has done is what I've noticed is that when we're looking to expand, sometimes we are, constrained by expanding too fast or whatnot. And oftentimes when we expand too fast, we are very constrained and in a way, harness it to the state legislature. So things that we may not be able to get this year, we may be looking to get the next year. So what I mean by that is the computers that you see in the classrooms or that your faculty use to operate, those things have to be renewed over, I think, every 5 years or so. And currently, departments such as IES and Urban Studies, those computer and technology upgrades have not been able to be accessed in the past 4 years. So they're currently expired. So what I'm saying is that those things may crash. We may not be able to replace them. So to sort of conclude, I've told you the bad. I've told you what's going on. What can you do as a student? This is one of the things, that I really want to be able to communicate to you. At a more direct level, you can write to your legislature. On our website, we will have template emails that you can just, write your name in there, and we can send a letter to your current legislature in your district and let them know that this is not something that is acceptable to me as a student. In addition, the student government here on campus, we'll be making multiple trips down to the Olympia to talk with legislatures, and we would like to open the floor up to you guys and have you come down there and join us on those journeys as well. The best way that I think to sort of address this problem or this deficit is to communicate with our legislators and let them know that we as a campus rely upon these services, that education is an investment. By cutting down your investment, you're 5 years out, you may not be getting the quality of a workforce that you may be getting now. So by cutting that down, you are in fact hurting yourself. I know I talked a lot about the institutional level, but at a personal level, to bring this down at a personal level, take open your wallet, look in it. There's $5 in it. You take away $1 because of the financial crisis, things of that matter, that services and resources that you currently have, subtract $1 from that. Now what we're asking you to do, or what the state is asking you to do, is take that $4 and be able to go $5 worth in that. So in other words, what we're saying will be affected is whether or not you decide to take your lunch to school one day or whether or not you decide to make your lunch at home. I know that sounds very basic, but these are things. You're not going to be able to eat out more. The time that you spend studying here on campus is to prepare for your classes. You may have to be spent out getting another job. So instead of working 40 hours during the week, instead of working 10 hours during the week and be able to focus more on your studies, you may have to work an additional 50 hours or pick up another job to fund for your education because scholarships are gone and tuition is being hiked up. What this also may mean is that, instead of spending time at, the things that relax you in the classroom, you'll be out getting a job. So those are some of the things at a more personal level that, you as students will be affected by. Cruz, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
I just want to echo what Tommy was saying as far as student involvement. I'm very appreciative of all the students that came out today. I'm glad we've got so much support from the students, but there's still so much more that can't be done. We need students to actually read your emails. I know there was a lot of detail that went into the PowerPoint discussion today, as well as other budget talks. But Tommy's been sending out emails to the students to the campus with bullet points of what's really affecting us. And what I'm really asking to do and what we're trying to make a priority is just to get the students involved. We need students to listen, know what's going on, and how much this is going to affect us. It's not affecting us that much today, right now, at this moment, but as they're crunching these numbers right now, it's really going to start to kick in, and we're going to see classes going away and whatever the case may be. It's going to be harder, and it's going to take longer for us to complete our classes. So get involved, start listening. However you can. We're located in Mattress 107. Come talk to us at any time if you have any questions. And that's all I've got to say. Thank you, everyone, and I'll pass it back to Mr. Howard.
All right, just as a closing comment, actually on the screen you see a web address, www.tacoma.washington.edu/budget, so that you can keep up with all of the newest, latest information on the budget, as well as participate in the blog to give us feedback from your perspective as students. Thank you once again. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact your student body president and vice president and myself as Associate Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. Thank you.